The look today is very fresh with a hint of je ne sais quoi. Perhaps a little futuristic, perhaps a little modern, but I really like it. And in this video, I'm gonna be putting together this look using all new products for the month. So this is what we're doing. We're testing new makeup to see what's new, what's good, what's worth our time and worth our money. In this video, I'll be going through all the new drugstore makeup as well as high-end makeup. We have a lot in store from brands like Too Faced, r.e.m. Beauty, Armani, Essence, Urban Decay, NYX, Mario, Makeup Forever, NARS, you name it, we got it. So without further talking, let's get into this video. Remember to subscribe if you're not already, notification bell for those videos, and now let's hit it. Testing new makeup. We're in August, you guys. All right, clipping away the hair. First and foremost, that's almost a look. I'm gonna start with primer. So today for primer, I'm going to reach for this Dewy Glow Fixing Spray from CATRICE that can also be used as a primer. And I just got this cute little mini. I don't believe I've ever tried this one, but I do like CATRICE. It's inexpensive. I believe it's available at Ulta, but if not, of course, I'm gonna link it down below if I like it. But first we gotta test it. Honestly, I gotta say, that is a fine mist for a bottle like this. Whoa, I am pretty wet, so I'm gonna let that actually dry on my face. This old school Patrick Ta fan. Okay, so it looks like it's taking a little bit more than a minute to set. That's okay. Another thing I like to do is take a beauty sponge or a puff. I'm just gonna take this Huda Beauty puff and just press that in, I guess. Yeah, I can see how this product gives that dew. It gives that glow. It feels a little bit sticky on the skin. I'm not sure if I would ever use it as a primer, but for those of you who like that Milk Makeup primer, the very viral one that sticks the foundation onto the primer, you will probably like this because it feels a little sticky, a little bit similar, you know? So it'll probably be good for adhering foundation. I'm gonna move on to foundation in a minute, but first, I want to go for brows. I have a lot of products from NYX in this super cute suitcase-like bag. We've got some Lift and Snatch brow pens, not in my shade, in my sister's shade, so I'm gonna toss that aside for her. We've got the brow glue. We've got the Thick It, Stick It brow mascara. It's supposed to be a thickening brow mascara. Not that I need one, but I'm gonna test it out anyway. We also have some micro brow pencils, some powder pencils. Powder pencils are great for filling in the brow. So if you have really, really sparse brows and you need a quick fill, a powder pencil is gonna be your bet. I personally have no use for these at the moment. I mean, it's not 2016. We're not doing block brows anymore. And so I feel like for me, this would be a waste of a product. I'm gonna save this again for someone else who could make good use of it. But I do want to try this Thick It Stick It brow mascara. All right, let's go for shade Espresso. Seems to be the darkest one that I have here. All right, so my plan for my brows is to use the Thick It Stick It and perhaps the micro brow pencil that I already know and love. This one's great for me. Also in the shade Espresso is what I'm gonna grab. And basically I'm gonna go for just like a very natural. All right, but first I need my brushes. All right, we're back. Brushes. And the reason why is because I needed this particular little tool. Do you guys remember the Ardell brow glue from a couple videos ago? I've been actually liking that one. And I found the little brush spoolie situation that comes with it. I finally found it. This is actually a really great tool and it's so tiny and handy. I actually like to use it for all my brow products now, so let me show you. First, which by the way is fine, but it's not micro fine. You do get a good amount of product in there because this is not like a 1mm type of pencil, so it'll last you a little bit longer than those. And look, it's still going, it's still going, it's still going, and then it stops. So just wanted to show you, for those of you who are interested in this product, I think it's one of the better brow pencils that aren't thick, that aren't microfine, but that are in the vicinity of like ABH and Benefit. So this is a competitor to the ABH Brow Wiz or the Benefit 24-hour. Wait, not the 24-hour. Brow Wiz? Never mind. I don't know the names. You know what I'm talking about. This is a competitor to the ABH pencil and also to the Benefit one. I feel like my knowledge of products is super excellent. Like I know every single makeup product that is out there. However, keeping up with all these unique names, at some point that's gonna become hard. Like I remember them for a certain while I'm using them, but then if I don't reach for them for a couple months, let's say, I just forget the very unique name. This is the competitor to the Benefit Precisely My Brow or the ABH Brow Wiz. pencil. But this is a fraction of the cost, but essentially it's a dupe. Okay, so here we go. I basically just elongated the tail end. I don't like brown brow pencils on me per se, and they do have a black one. I just don't have that one handy, so I'm gonna go for the brown today. But you see how like you can immediately tell that that's just off. That's not the color of my brow. I guess today we're going for brown brows. So again, this is not a new product, but the Thick It Stick It is a new product. So that's the one that I'm really curious about. So here goes nothing. Oh yes, this has microfibers, which is why it's considered a thickening product. So I would go sparingly in the intersection and in the tail, especially if you have very fine brows. I would start off in an area where you have the most brow hairs and then kind of like spread it across to those other areas. So I imagine this can get very, very messy very quickly. Actually, that looks really, really, really lovely. Clearly the color is not a match. It's a little bit warmer than my natural brow, but I don't mind it. It looks really cool, really groomed. I'm not gonna glue it to my skin, obviously. This is not the point of this product. For that, you would use the brow glue and a tool like this to glue it on. But because this isn't even messy, I don't even have a reason to use this, so never mind. All right, let me quickly do the other brow and move on. I will say this is a really, really nice product. Even if you have full brows like me, this is very easy to work with. I really like it. This is gonna stick around. I think I would prefer a slightly cooler shade than this, but honestly, even if I want to make my eyebrows brown for the day to match more of my hair, this is what I would use. This is nice. I like it. I like it. All right, so now for the foundation, I have something that I have somehow not used before. Hold on. Or at least I don't remember ever using it. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way Soft Matte Foundation in a squeezy tube. And honestly, I don't remember my experience with this. I don't remember if I've ever reviewed this. I feel like this is my first time looking at it, so I feel like I have no experience with it. But this was sent to me along with their new powder, which I will also test out in a bit. But I feel like I'm also testing out this foundation since I don't remember it. The one that I do know is my regular Born This Way Too Faced. This one, Shade Sand, is the one that I always use, the one that I've been using for years. And this is just the regular oil-free Born This Way. This is supposed to be the oil controlling soft matte version. This is a weightless formula, 24-hour smoothness, sweat and humidity resistant, 12-hour moisture, non-creasing, non-caking for 24 hours. That is a lot of promises. Perhaps I should have done like a separate review, but honestly, I was just going over my packages. There's a lot of new stuff. I'm only reviewing a fraction of the stuff that's come in. It is what it is. I'm gonna apply some to the back of my hand. First, I'm assuming I'm shade Sand, although I also have a couple of other shades here. I have Warm Beige and Praline. I think Sand is the one though. This right here is one of my favorite foundation brushes outside of the IT Cosmetics. This one is from Lawless. It's a really large, full coverage brush, I would say. This is extremely, extremely pigmented at first swipe. I'm gonna concentrate most of the product on the perimeter because that's where I have my dark spots. I don't like to cover my freckles, so I'm just gonna diffuse some of the product into my freckles. Also, I feel like if you have textured skin, if you have any sort of pores or acne scars, which is where I have mine right here, I prefer less product, especially if it's this pigmented and this full coverage, because to me, a product like this, especially a matte one, somehow makes the texture appear more textured. But anyway, that looks absolutely lovely. The shade is perfect, just how I remember it. Let's go a little bit with the forehead. So I'm just stippling it on, as you can see, and then kind of diffusing inwards. I hardly apply any foundation to my nose typically, just whatever's remaining on the brush, just to make it a little uniform. Very little on the lids. Honestly, I still have so much product remaining on my hand. Guys, why haven't I heard of this? Is this a new product? I feel like in the PR package that I received, there was no mention of the newness of the foundation. They were really only talking about the powder, but I was like, hey, wait a minute. What is this soft matte business all about? Oh man, this finish is so nice. I feel like Too Faced foundations aren't given enough credit. I actually have always been a big fan of the Born This Way, and now this one, I gotta say, this one is just as nice. It's a little bit more matte, but still a natural matte that I like. It still looks very, very skin-like. The shade Sand is like the most perfect medium tan, neutral olive undertone with a hint of golden that you can possibly ask for, honestly. So if you're in my medium range of complexions, if you get tan in the summertime, this is a really, really good shade for us. This is not streaky whatsoever. This is kind of reminding me of the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Natural Matte with Hybrid SPF, the one that did not break me out. I did like this one, but as I believe I mentioned in my previous video, our swatch model was not a fan of the way that this looked on me, and I highly, highly value and trust his opinion when it comes to makeup because he's been in the industry with me for over 10 years, and I feel like he has probably the most honest opinion out there when it comes to how makeup actually looks on a skin or on a face. So if he didn't like it, chances are this was just probably a little bit too makeup-y on me. This foundation reminds me of what I liked about this one. However, I think it's a little bit more forgiving on the skin, at least at first impression. Also, it's reminding me a little bit of the Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation, which also had this very nice fluidity to it. It had good coverage, but the shades were a little bit too unrealistic. Like, I didn't have a perfect match, so I ended up stopping reaching for it. But this one is a really perfect match. Like, I love the way this looks on me. Matches my neck, even though I look a little bit more yellow, but it's okay. As you can see, a little bit of product goes a long way. And the coverage, baby, ooh, it is full. I have a feeling this is gonna be my new favorite foundation. I may be speaking too soon, but honestly, I just love how light and how lovely this looks on me. In my monitor, also in my mirror, and in my close-up mirror. Shall I show you a close-up? I know it's not a foundation review, but look at that. Look at that. It doesn't even look like I'm wearing foundation. You can see all of my freckles still, but where are the acne scars? Forehead looking good. Here's the side of the face. Get into it. Clearly I need to put a little bit more here. Honestly, not bad. Not bad at all. I'm gonna take a small brush and just go over my brows real quick. Pretty nice. Alrighty, so for concealer, I think I'm just gonna stick to something that I already know and like. Let's go with the YENSA Beauty Cream Concealer. I've been using this one a lot in my videos lately, and it's a nice one. I just want a little bit of brightening here. I think the formula of this one is also very, very forgiving on the skin. I'm gonna add a little bit of brightness on the outer corner. That's it. I don't really think I need concealer anywhere else. My skin right now is good. And honestly, the foundation did a great job of covering up any of my dark spots. Although I am finding that this under eye needs a little bit more color correction than this one. This one I can just get away with using a brightening concealer, but this one is a little bit more hollow. I don't know why that is. So I always feel like it needs a little bit of like a peachy corrector. You know what? I'm just gonna grab this Milk Makeup Peach Blush, like the smallest amount. I'm gonna dab that in there. All right, you see that? The difference with that little bit of peach? I don't particularly care for this blush, but I'm gonna remember this combo. I have a whole list of products that I wanna test out in the order in which I wanna test them in. And I also wanted to show you this new Sigma Hydrating Tint. You guys, I think this might be Sigma's first complexion product outside of their powders and blushes. They've never had a foundation or a skin tint, but now they have 6 shades of a skin tint, supposed to be very flexible shades. Here are the models that represent each shade. Seems to be evenly spread out. I appreciate that. So I definitely think I'm going to test this out in a different video. There's also a soft focus setting powder, but I just wanted to show you this just to let you know what's coming up, so you could be interested in my other videos, you know, for blush. Speaking of different videos, you guys remember the Armani blushes that I saved for another video? This will be the video in which I test it out. Let's go. We've got several shades. Shade Bold Pink 53. Oh, I love it. We've got shade 50.5 Rosy Peach. This is gorgeous. Holy shit. These are like my favorite blush shades of all time. And we also have Delicate Mauve, this shade here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm not gonna go for mauve, and I'm not gonna go for pink because I really, really want to go for this one. It is stunning. Okay, this looks adorable, like a little gloss, but this is supposed to be a cheek tint. A Luminous Silk cheek tint. I'm gonna go very sparingly, just like a couple of dots here and there, perhaps a little bit on the nose. I'm gonna grab this brush. This is from Keys Soul Care, Alicia Keys skincare line, skincare makeup fusion line. And this is a great brush for blush, specifically for liquid ones. This is chef's kiss. So dainty, so beautiful. Oh my God. Like the perfect amount of pigment to sheer. Blends out with very little effort. This is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Kind of want to do a sunset blush moment. I don't know. Okay, let me add a little bit more just to the most protruding part of my cheekbone. Yeah, you can definitely build it up. There's no staining. This is cooperating with all the other products I have underneath. Ooh, Armani. I have a feeling this is pricey, but it is breathtaking. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is perfect perfect, sheer-ish, but still pigmented type of blush. Wow. Ooh. Okay, a little sunset moment, okay? Gonna put it on the highest points of my cheeks because this is a very, very light color, clearly. Oh my God, but so dainty. Holy shite. I feel like if you say shite, it's not as like vulgar as the American version. This is a must. I don't know how long this will last on my oily AF skin, but at first impression, this is giving such dew. It's so fresh. The colors are so expertly picked. I also feel like colors are so important when it comes to blush. There are certain brands who don't necessarily possess the best product developer colorists, and by colorists I literally mean that people who specialize in color, you know, like someone can take this peach and make it very unflattering, like too neon or too orange, and it just wouldn't look the same. But this is the perfect sophisticated shade of peach, and the consistency is out of this world. I'm just beside myself. I haven't had a moment like this in a minute. Holy crap. This might even beat my Huda Beauty blush filter because I've been raving about this one so much. I've been using it so often. Shade Strawberry Cream. But this honestly gonna be my new go-to. Together. I need to move on. I had a few other blushes that I wanted to talk about, but not talking about them. We don't have time for that. Let's move right on to highlight. So we have a big PR package from Essence. It's very cute. Essence is CATRICE's sister brand, so another really good inexpensive brand. So here we have some blushes and also some highlighters. The highlighters is what I'm gonna go for, but remember how I just mentioned that there are brands out there, not saying Essence is that brand, but there are plenty of brands who will give you similar colors, right? But they won't necessarily be the same color. Like it'll be the same vibe of a color, but comparing the two together, oh, let's just do it. Why not? This is what testing new makeup is all about. Gonna test that. The Armani Luminous Silk. This is the Essence Baby God Blush. Like two completely different colors. This one is a little bit lighter, clearly more peach, whereas this one has a lot more orange, a lot more of a tangerine vibe to it. Shade is Coral Crush. So I'm not saying that this is a bad shade. I'm sure I would love this one as well. But just know that it will look totally different on the face because they have totally different undertones. But anyway, what I really was interested in were these highlighters. There's 3 of them. We have Rose and Shine, or maybe it's Rosé. We have Breezy Bronze, and we have Sassy Silk. I like Sassy Silk, but I feel like it might be a little bit too bright for the look that I have happening. So maybe Breezy Bronze is the one that I'm gonna go for. Oh, this is for my beach chair. Okay. Thank you, Essence. You already know, this type of packaging I do not love. It is not my fave. I don't find it to be hygienic, and if I use this once, I feel like I can't give it away to anyone other than like my sister or my mom or my stepmom or maybe my best friend. It's actually a lot of options, but like I can't donate this because the applicator is tainted. That's it, it's done. Could have used the same brush I just used for blush. I feel like with these types of products, you need to kind of work quickly in order to buff them, but this one feels easy enough. It's not too shimmery or too blinding. This is a nice everyday type of shimmer, like a beachy little glow. It's cute. To be honest, I was expecting a little bit more. Moreover, it's a little bit staining because of that applicator, but not too bad. It didn't ruin my blush or anything like that. All right, that's okay. Next, just gonna reach for this Mario Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick. Shade is Fair because I just want a little bit of a contour, just like a slight hint. In fact, I'm gonna look at my monitor to really place it exactly where I want it. Oh no, this is too light for me. It's giving sideburns. Fair will be a shade for my sister. I had another shade somewhere here. Okay, I have shade Light. I have shade Light Medium. Light is also very light. Probably like a good nose contour shade for me, honestly. It's just like a shade darker than my skin tone and obviously cooler, so it's kind of perfect actually for what I want to do. Good to know. And I'm just gonna buff that with the other side. This is not a new product. I just got a restock recently, which I appreciate because that actually reminds me to use the product. Yeah, I feel like that's just not dark enough for me for contour. But you know what? We're gonna run with it. Honestly, the complexion is coming out so nice. Nicer than in many of my recent videos, especially in a testing new makeup video. It's giving fresh. I like it. Okay, so now in the powder category, we have lots and lots of powders. First, we have the new setting powder, translucent loose setting powder from LYS Beauty, from my girl Tisha. We have it in shade Resilience, which is translucent, and also in shade Sincere, which is a pink. Definitely want to put these to the test. I think I want to set my under eye with these, so I'm going to set those aside. We also have a lot of new powders in the Makeup Forever HD Skin family. We have some Corrective Lavender, Corrective Rose powders, as well as just a skin tone shade, which is a medium neutral here. I have some HD Skin foundations, and also, ooh, my favorite HD Skin Matte Velvet Powder Foundation. I love this one a lot. I think I'm gonna save this particular package for another video because there's a lot going on there. But what I'm really interested in is finding that Too Faced powder. That's the one that I'm intrigued by because the foundation is really, really incredible at first impression. Generally, these products are formulated to work best together. So let's see. Here we have the new Born This Way Soft Blur Flexible Finish Setting Powder. Oh, it comes in a heart. How adorable! Set, blot, and touch up makeup with a silky smooth powder that applies like a dream and helps hide oily shine without feeling dry or heavy. All right, let's see the ingredients list just to make sure. We have synthetic phlogopite, which is like a vegan version of talc, I think. We also have some silica, some zinc, some dimethicone, which is a silicone to really smooth. We have some mica. This sounds promising. This is adorable. This is shade medium. There isn't a puff with this, so I'm gonna have to use one of these Huda Beauty puffs just to see if it's something that I actually want to use, but not immediately. First, I want to use a brush because my preferred method of applying powder is with a brush. So I'm gonna go for my fluffy Wayne Goss trusty brush. This one I've had for years. I think this brush is like at least 8 or 9 years old, and it's still perfect. It's still beautiful. Oh, this picks up rather heavily. I'm gonna start with my jawline. I'm gonna give it like a light little veil. There's definitely a little bit of coverage with this one. In fact, I think this is reminding me of the new Rare Beauty powder. That one also had the synthetic phlogopite as the main ingredient. And this feels exactly like that other powder. So basically, if you keep applying it to the same area, the color will get more saturated. I'm already starting to notice that a little bit here. So I'm just gonna go very light-handed. I like to go in a downwards motion. Ooh, I really, really like this. Okay. Considering that my forehead is probably the oiliest part of my face, I'm gonna go a little bit heavier there. Perhaps even with a puff. I'm gonna use this tiny Huda Beauty one. See if I can hit up this area right above my brows. This area always tends to shine first, always giving me away. So I'm just gonna tap that baby right here, all to that center. I'm also gonna go right here. This is another one of those areas that is rather shiny on me. And then whatever's remaining, I'm just gonna press that into my pores. This is actually eliminating my pores altogether. I think this might be too much powder for the under eye, but I think you have to see this close up. Okay, check it out. Pretty impressive, no? This side, I'm gonna re-dip into the powder just to show you. Huh, what do you guys think? Similar to the Rare Beauty powder, this is making me appreciate my freckles a lot. I like it and I can't complain. I do feel like it took away a little bit of that dew, which I kind of want to bring back a little bit. I was really liking the healthy, fresh glow. So let me go ahead and set my under eye. I'm gonna try the LYS. Should I go for the pink or for the translucent? Pink or the translucent? I think I'm gonna go for the translucent. Okay. Cool Illuminati packaging. Just kidding. But yeah, why are all the packages triangular? Tisha, let us know. All right, I'm gonna use this Charlotte. Whoa, this is a micro fine powder, baby. Ooh, it is flying everywhere. Okay, I'm quickly going to set my creamy under eye. Also the top of my lids with this powder. Ooh, I think this might even be nice for the pore zones. Okay, so far at first impression, this is really nice too. I'm liking everything I've tried so far. Another good month of makeup. This face base is definitely giving that mattified natural glow. Very healthy skin. I'm here for it. Another thing that I'm here for is this. Oh my god, you guys. Urban Decay has brought back the Naked palette with a certificate of authenticity. They have duplicated it, the original Naked palette, right here. And I am so excited. This was probably my very first mature purchase, makeup purchase. In fact, I think it was my dad that got it for me for my birthday. I definitely could not afford a Naked palette back then. I think I told my dad exactly what I wanted and he got it for me. So the original one that I had actually came with the dual dual-ended pencil, the brown and the black. But then, apparently, according to Wendy Zomner, the original founder of Urban Decay, the palettes were so popular that they couldn't make the pencils fast enough to fulfill the demand for the palettes. So they decided to put the dual-ended brush here instead. So here it is back with the dual-ended brush, and apparently it is back for a limited time only. I know this palette so well. Actually, looking at it brings back so many memories of exactly where I was at the time, who I was at the time. This is crazy. This is one of those keepsakes that I almost don't want to dip into, but I will dip into it, perhaps in a different video if you guys want. And if you want, I can bring back my old original Naked palette that I still have because it is that important to me. Memories and emotions flowing through me. So obviously this is a PR package and I really appreciate it. We also have the primer potion. The original one, I believe, came in this like genie looking tube. It wasn't a squeezy tube. We have a Naked Vice lipstick in the creamy format. We also have 3 Naked lip liners. So let me know if you want me to test those. I'm gonna save this on the side. Not my brother just sending me a doll that he thinks is me. I see it though. It's got a good eye. Moving right along to some liners. First of all, r.e.m. Beauty just recently launched their new borderline liners, and they sent this really cute booklet that I'm definitely gonna keep because it has so much liner inspo. Look at this, such high quality images. They have this gorgeous silver eyeliner that I want to test out. They have some blue, some brown. They already have a black. This looks insane. This definitely looks like something that I would attempt. This is gorgeous. Look at this, insane. And here they also sent this hair scarf that's so nice, and the entire new collection of liners. So this is what I want to test out today. Instead of the Naked palette, I know, because I may save that for another video. This is super cute. Little makeup artist belt. So we have 4 liquid liners, white, silver, brown, and blue. And we have a lot of gel eyeliners from various shades. So I'm definitely gonna put that to use. All right, so first things first, gonna reach for this gel liner in the shade Babe. And this one looks like a shimmery white. It's actually like a yellow gold. I'm gonna use this to highlight my inner corner. This is a very pale, almost like an eggshell white, but a pearlescent color. Great for the inner corner. This is a retractable pencil. And on the other side, there is a sharpener in case you want to sharpen it. So I'm also going to highlight this part of my brow bone. This is very nice. I love the consistency of the pencil. You can easily blend it out to be a shadow, or you could leave it precise. After a while, it will set that way. There's also a nude. I'm gonna pop that into my waterline, which immediately makes me look like an alien, or like that doll I just showed you. Sadly, a couple of them came in broken, but it's like fixable broken. So I would just attribute that to a packaging mistake. There's also this really pretty pale periwinkle blue that I'm gonna try on my inner lid, just as a little bit of a highlight. Cute. I think this might also be an interesting shade to use in the waterline. Yeah, it somehow makes your eye whites a little bit brighter. And of course we also have a black, we have a brown, we have all sorts of different shades in the gel liner, which is supposed to be a long wearing gel liner, by the way. So now what I really wanted to try were these eyeliners, markers. So first of all, the shade that I'm most excited about is the silver. This silver has got me in a chokehold. Like, I actually don't care what I do today, but I will be wearing this liner. So I'm gonna glide that. Not sure if I'm supposed to shake it though. Hold on. Long wearing, out of the world eyeliner marker inspired by r.e.'s signature cat eye, delivers waterproof, smudge proof, bold line that stands the test of time. Okay, so I would say this applies a little bit more liquidy than I expected. So not super pigmented, and not super silver either. I wouldn't say this is like a chrome liner that I was expecting it to be. It's a little bit more on the gray side. Maybe I need to shake it some more. Not me losing the cap. Bruh, found her. Like, you see what I mean? It's just like not metallic enough to be a silver. It's like a slightly shimmery gray. Moreover, it's a pinch transparent. Ooh, my expectations were high for this. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, if you double up the liner, it definitely starts looking a little bit more silver. However, it's still pulling a little bit gray on me. I don't know. I'm gonna go for the brown. So I love a good brown liner. The brown is perfect. So this is a felt tip liner that has a pretty firm tip. It's very precise. Keep in mind that these types of liners dry out very quickly if you use them over eyeshadow, so it's best to use them over bare skin or over something not powdery like an eyeshadow. Okay, that actually looks really fire. I'm happy with that look. I'm gonna do that on the other side. So cute. I like it. I'm gonna test one more shade, the white. I'm gonna add that to the inner corner, just like a smidge like that. for a bit of a graphic moment. Ooh, that is ferocious. Whenever I do the little inner corner liner with a white liner, I get tons of compliments. But beyond compliments, for some reason people really think that this is tricky or it instantly makes you a makeup artist. So I've actually had people come up to me and ask me where I got my makeup done whenever I do this little inner corner jammy, and all it takes is just a little bit of white liner. Anyway, I like the way this looks. This is very futuristic, very cool. It's making my eyeballs, my irises look very dark for some reason, like I'm a little evil. So I definitely need lashes to balance it out, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now. So far, my opinion on these liners is that I really like the brown. The silver is giving gray, pulling gray on me, but it's a nice product. I honestly can't complain. All right, so now I'm actually gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. I haven't done that in a minute, but I'm gonna do that today just because I feel like I need more than just an everyday lash look. So this Refer lash curler is a really good one. It's one of my favorites. I also love the Laura Mercier. I feel like both the Refer and the Laura Mercier are a little bit better for flatter Asian eyes. So you probably won't like it if you don't have flatter Asian eyes, but if you do, this is the one for you. Okay, I just curled my lashes. And now for mascara, I'm gonna go for another drugstore one that's been sitting on my desk for months now. The Lash Perfection, Lash Illusion, I'm sorry, from Physicians Formula. So this is supposed to be defining and lifting. Shade is ultra black. Let's go. Nice wand. But where's the product? Hold on. This wand is not picking up very much product. So that's annoying to me because, as you might have heard me mention many times, and I'll say it again, I don't have the patience for mascara. I just want it to be a one swipe and done kind of deal. And when it takes a lot of dips like this, I lose interest. I get annoyed. The fudge is that on my lower? Bro, that better not be the beginning of a sty. I'm gonna need to check that out. All right, so with a couple of dips, the lash is lashing, but also it's me and my lash serum that is very expensive that I will link below once more. Though I think a lot of people are intimidated by that price, as you should be, which is why I don't actually mention it in every video, but people literally ask me on the daily why my lashes are so long suddenly, and it's because of this bougie product that I've been using that actually does work. Okay, lashes are built up. I'm liking how that's looking. I feel like I definitely fit into the Ariana Grande alien-esque theme. I like it. This mascara is just okay. I feel like it took a little bit too long for the lashes to start looking right. So I don't know. To me, did it work? Yeah. But was it an unnecessary amount of effort? Perhaps. I think perhaps it was. So let's move on. So I really wanted to test out some new lipsticks, but then I saw that the Naked palette has some new liners and a lipstick. Kind of want to do that. At least let me indulge in the lip. So I'm going to test out these lip liners. I love a good nude. Let me show you what we're working with. So we've got several shades of nude. The original Naked looks like a very pale nude with like a slight peachy undertone, but it's a little bit lighter than my lips, as you can see, so clearly not for me. We also have Naked 2. Okay, so this is more like the color that I'm already wearing on my lips, probably the one that I'm gonna go for. And we have Stark Naked, which is also kind of light. It's just like a little bit light on my pretty pigmented redder lips. Let me just remove all of that real quick. Bro, not me removing my lips with Fix Plus and proceeding to do so because I don't know where my micellar water is at. Okay, I'm gonna go for Naked 2. I'm gonna fill in the perimeter of my lip with that, and I'm gonna use Stark Naked on the inner portion. That's pretty, and this is a good nude on me. And now for the Naked Creamy Vice lipstick. Here we go. This is definitely a Naked that's on the pinky side. So I'm gonna apply that strictly to the center for that trending look that I don't want to say on camera, but you know the one. It's a terrible name, but a really cute look. One final thing I'm gonna do. NYX just came out with these Butter Gloss Bling lip glosses, and it looks really, really, really shimmery. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of that glaze on top. Oh, you guys, these remind me of Pat McGrath. These for sure remind me of the Pat McGrath Super Metallic Glosses. I think I have one around here, or I had one around here. But you know the ones. Really, really pretty and subtle. This shade is called Bring the Bling, shade number 1, and I love it. So I'm not quite satisfied just yet. There's one more thing that I want to do, and I'm going to do just that. I'm going to take this shimmery gel liner. Shade is Flower Power. I'm going to add that over the nude just to dilute it a little bit. You see how suddenly that like made my eyes look a little bit more normal and less doll-like and less creepy? I think with like such a harsh contrast of a nude waterline, you need really big lashes, you need super dramatic makeup. And as is, I was getting the vibe that I was looking just a little tired, a little underslept, if you will. Also gonna add just a smidge of brown mascara to my lower lashes. I think I'm liking this final look. Observe. Oh yeah, Okay, so let's talk about the look. Complexion is my favorite part of this look. The blush, the cheek, the skin finish, the texture, everything is to my liking. This is how I want my skin to look like every day. It looks good on camera. It looks good in my up close mirror. It looks good in the iPhone camera, which is not very forgiving. It looks great in my far away mirror. Honestly, this feels right. I'm also feeling the brows. It's a different, slightly more groomed look for me. Also, I'm like not as used to the brown as I am to my natural brow color, but altogether I feel like everything is in harmony, if you will. I really like the eye look. Even though I wasn't crazy about the silver metallic liner from r.e.m Beauty, I far prefer the quality and the pigmentation of the brown one. The silver one just isn't metallic enough. I feel like you can't get that chromatic, super reflective metallic finish with a marker, with a felt tip marker. It's just really hard to get those kinds of pigments through the felt. So I should have known that. I should have expected it, but you know what? I'll take the slightly shimmery gray. Overall, I think the look is delivering, honestly. The Too Faced powder reminds me of the Rare Beauty powder, and I'm not sure what the price difference is, but I really like this one. Similarly, I really like the LYS powder. I like them together, and I'm really impressed with the Born This Way Soft Matte Foundation. Shade Sand is the one that I used, and it's just such a classic great shade. It's always been consistent throughout the Too Faced foundations. It works in the original Born This Way foundation as well as this new one. I'm here for it. This Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint got me in a chokehold, literally. This is so stunning, so beautiful. You can layer it for an ombre effect or for that sunset blush effect. Really, really nice. I'm liking the lip situation, even though there was a lot of stuff that I layered. Yeah, basically what I'm saying is I can't complain. A couple of things stood out a little bit more than others. A couple of things fell just a little bit short, but by no means were they bad products. And so that is my video. That is my story. That is my trial, and I hope you're here for it. So with that, I'm gonna end this rather long video. I hope you enjoyed it though, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Here's my look, here's me, peace out, and I'm out. Deuces.